In April, the unemployment rate declined to its lowest level in 50 years. Job growth was strong, and temporary help services started to recover from a poor first quarter. Hello, this is Bruce Steinberg of SteinbergEmploymentResearch.com reviewing April 2019 U.S. employment trends and developments. The unemployment rate declined to 3.6% in April, its lowest level in about 2 generations, depending on how a generation is defined. The size of the civilian labor force declined by almost 500,000 as the number of employed persons declined by just more than 100,000, while there are almost 400,000 fewer employed persons. In addition, there were almost 650,000 more persons considered as not in the labor force. In other words, the labor force contracted, and with it, so did the number of employed and unemployed persons. But since the number of unemployed persons declined by almost 4 times the amount of the decline of employed persons, and the entire labor force declined by a relatively large number, the overall unemployment rate declined. And the news on the other side of the monthly employment situation was also positive. The number of non-farm jobs increased by more than 260,000 in April, which was a nice improvement from the growth of just under 190,000 in March that followed the meager growth of only 56,000 in February. The private goods producing sector was up 34,000 jobs in April, and that was an improvement from the 21,000 gain in March. However, a year ago in April 2018, it was up 60,000. Manufacturing was up only 4,000 jobs in April after a flat March, which was initially reported as a loss of 6,000 last month. A year ago, in April 2018, manufacturing was up 22,000. The construction sector continued to build jobs with a gain of 33,000 in April on top of the 20,000 it added in March. A year ago, in April 2018, it added almost 30,000 jobs. Mining and logging was down 3,000 jobs in April after adding 1,000 jobs to its payroll in March. A year ago, in April 2018, it was up 9,000 jobs. The private service providing sector increased by just over 200,000 jobs in April, which was continuing improvement from March's gain of just under 160,000 jobs after February's rather sad increase of only 65,000 jobs. A year ago, in April 2018, it increased by 124,000 jobs. The retail trade sector continued to cut staffing levels with a 12,000 job decrease in April after eliminating almost 16,000 in March. A year ago, in April 2018, it was up only 3,700 jobs. The professional and business services sector experienced growth of 76,000 jobs in April, and that was an improvement from the 24,000 it added in March. A year ago, in April 2018, it was up 62,000. The education and health services sector added 62,000 jobs in April, courtesy of strong growth in its healthcare and social assistance component with an increase of almost 53,000 jobs. Hiring in home healthcare services continued with almost 6,000 more jobs in April, which was clearly less than the little more than 10,000 jobs it added in March. The leisure and hospitality sector added 34,000 jobs in April, and that was not far off the 37,000 job increase of March. The total number of government jobs was up 27,000. In April, the federal government was up 11,000. However, state government was down 11,000, and local government was up 27,000, divided roughly even between education and all other local government jobs. The number of temporary help jobs in April was 3,052,600, and that works out to a 0.6% sequential increase from March and a 1.8% increase from April 2018. The increase of almost 18,000 temporary help services jobs in April did not quite erase the deficit of just over 25,000 in the first quarter of the year. It was down a little more than 26,000 in January, up 7,000 in February, and down almost 6,000 in March. In April 2019, temporary help services market share of all jobs was 2.0203%, which is up from March's 2.0120%. A year ago, in April 2018, it was 2.0199%, and 2 years ago, in April 2017, it was just under 2% at 1.9869%. Although the unemployment rate dropped and to its lowest level since December 1969, some say it did so for the wrong reasons. As we mentioned at the top of this podcast, fewer people had jobs, and although the number of unemployed also dropped, and by a much larger number, the real reason the unemployment rate is so low as it is because the size of the labor force shrank by a large amount. Eventually, a smaller workforce may mean a smaller economy overall. This has been Bruce Steinberg, and this is just a brief sample of the employment data and analysis we provide.